Hey everyone, thanks for joining me for this Advanced Reformer Classical Pilates workout. This format will be a little different than normal as my apprentice will be doing 2 repetitions of each exercise in prep for her test out. It'd really help my channel out if you'd like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Lie supine with 3 to 5 springs attached to your reformer, foot bar in low bar position, headrest up. Start with your heels on, and we're just going through 2 repetitions of each footwork pattern. So out and in 2 times, and when you come in, use your core muscles to lift up your legs, land on the arches, and do it again, out and in 2 times. Next, you'll be on the toes parallel, inhaling to lengthen, exhaling to bend. Then 2 repetitions on the toes in Pilates V, heels connected. Inhale, pressing away. Exhale, resist the carriage home 2 times. Now go back to parallel on the toes, heels lifted. Press the carriage out. Lower the heels down. Lift the heels up. Bend and come in. Do this one more time. Out, heels down, heels up, and in. Now go wide on the heels, pressing out and in twice. Back to the toes, feet parallel, ankles lifted, press out for Corolla Trier heel lowers. Drop the heels, keep them low, bend and come in. Ankles up, push away, heels low, bend and come in. Now we reverse it. Push through the heels, then rise up and pull in. Drop the heels, press the legs to straight, lift the heels up, bend and come in. Lengthen your right leg out over the bar. Feet are in a very slight Pilates V. Bend and flex the right foot and ankle as you press away, and return and do that 2 times. And then switch legs. Lengthen the left leg out over the bar. Bend and flex. Point and reach. Inhale and exhale. Change to 2 red springs or 1 red and 1 blue. Also lower your foot bar to no bar position and then lie back down for the hundreds. Straps in your hands, legs straight on top of the foot bar. Heels squeezed together, toes pointed. Inhale to prepare. Exhale up into your best 100s position. Hands by your hips. Beat those arms up and down. Inhaling for 5. And exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. And in 2, 3, 4, 5. And out 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Keep going. Inhale. Exhale. 6, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. 8, 5. And exhale, 3, 4, 5. 9, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. Last one. And exhale and rest down. Lower your headrest for jackknife. With the arms up to the ceiling, legs on top of the bar, take a big inhale. As you exhale, lift your legs, press your arms to the mat, legs go overhead, and they lift to the sky. Keep them as high to the ceiling as you can as you slowly roll down the spine. Legs lower to 45 degrees, arms lift to the ceiling. Press those arms back down, legs overhead and up, and then roll sequentially down the spine, keeping the feet in the air. Raise your headrest again for coordination. Knees bent into the chest. Make sure you're not stuck to your shoulder pads because you will be curling back up into a hundreds position. Hands holding the straps. Lower your arms to the mat, then bend your elbows into start position. Press your arms to straight, lift your head and your chest, legs kick out. Open, close the legs, bend your knees, bend your elbows, keeping your head lifted. Kick out, open, close, bend the knees, bend the arms. One more repetition. Hang up the straps, come all the way up, change to one red spring, and lower your headrest. For the rowing series, we'll be facing back with the legs over top of the headrest. You should be a hand width away from the spring edge of your carriage. Grab the straps in your hands, contract your deep low abs and curl part way back. Fists come into the chest, then the arms open without moving the carriage. Flip your palms to face back, dive your head to your knees, clasp your hands if you can, raise them up high and circle them around to the sides and to the front of you. Lift up. Arms back up and hug the tree, curl back, fists to chest. Open those arms into a V, flip your palms back, dive your head to your knees, clasp your hands, lift them, lower them, circle them up and around over to your feet, and then stack your spine. One more time. Curl back, pull in, open those arms, dive your head forward, reach the arms up, back, and around to your feet, then stack your spine, and we'll go into rowing 2. Rowing 2, arms up at 90 degrees with a straight spine, hinge backwards, reach the arms overhead, and then dive forward, head to knees, hands go down to the floor beside the machine, back behind you, and then butterfly stroke them around to the feet. And again, hinge back, reach up, dive your head to your knees, keep it there until you've circled your arms down, back behind you, over to your feet, and then stack your spine. Turn around for rowing 3. Have your backside against the shoulder pads, legs straight out in front of you, squeeze tightly together. Sit tall, thumbs in the straps, arms bent by your sides. Reach out, touch your thumbs down outside your legs, lift the arms up and starburst them around to the sides. Bend your arms. Inhale, reach, exhale, touch down, lift up, inhale, arms around. We're going to add a hinge. Reach out, touch down, hinge and reach, lift tall, arms circle around. One more. Press out, touch the thumbs down, hinge and reach your arms to where the wall meets the ceiling, lift to the sky, then open them side and down. Tip your chin and bend down for rowing 4, reaching to your feet, lift your arms up and open around. Scoop, curl, and reach to your feet. Inhale, lift. Exhale, circle your arms down to your sides. Serve the tray, palms face forward, reaching up to eye level and down. Scoop the arms up and down. This time you'll keep them up and go into hug the tree. Inhale, open, exhale, hug. Inhale and exhale. And one more, bring your hands behind your head and shave the head. Elbows facing forward like you're holding a basketball in front of you. Extend and bend the arms a few times, then open them to the side and down. Hang up the straps, place your long box on the mat against the shoulder pads. Raise your foot bar to low bar position. You'll still be on one red spring. For Swan, facing front. Lie prone on your abdomen, facing the foot bar. Hands will be wide on the bar, chest is off the box. While looking at the floor, press your arms to straight. Then rise up, looking out in front of you, pulling your carriage in, lower down, and bend and come home. Press out, lift up, lower down, come in. Come off the machine and lower your foot bar. We're going to do pulling straps next. Lie prone facing your risers. Chest is off the box, hands holding onto the straps or the ropes, head hanging down. As you inhale, pull your hands back to your hips, rise up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, lower down. Now for pulling straps 2, slide yourself back slightly on the box. Hands in the straps, reaching out to the sides in T position. Inhale, rise up as you pull your hands back on top of your buns. Exhale, lower down, reaching out to the sides. Inhale to the back and lift. Exhale to lower. Hang up your straps. You can push into a child's pose to stretch. Next, we'll be doing 2 repetitions of backstroke and 2 of teaser. So sitting close to the back edge of the box, facing your foot bar, reach back for your handles. And scoot your hips forward and lie supine. Fists on top of your chest, knees bent into your chest. Your head will be hanging off the edge of the box. Raise your arms and legs straight to the ceiling. Open your arms and legs into a V. Sweep around into the hundreds and fold down. Arms and legs lift. Open into a straddle. Circle them around into the hundreds position as the head curls up. And then bend and lower down into a fetal position. If needed, scoot slightly back on the box for teaser. Head hanging down, feet hanging on top of your foot bar, arms reaching out to the sides. Tip your chin and look toward your feet. Then scoop the arms up as you lift your legs and torso into a V-sit position. And then roll down with control. Tip that chin, scoop, curl, and reach up. Try to sit back, getting your feet as high as your eye level, and then lower down. Come off the machine for breaststroke. Right, reach for your straps, thumbs in the straps. Pull on them until your hands connect to the front edge of the long box, and then slide onto your abdomen. Chest will be off the box, legs squeezed together. I've put the push-through bar up and out of the way so Kelly doesn't kick it. Hands are free from the box, thumbs in the straps. Kick your heels toward your bottom 3 times, and then push your arms to straight as you rise up into a swan position, arms reaching overhead. Circle them around to your hips and lower down. So it's kick, 2, 3, reach out, lift, and circle around. When you finish, you'll transition into position for horseback. Holding on to the front edge of your box, straddle the box with your legs and come up to sitting, squeezing the ropes in between your thighs and the box. Then carefully grab the straps from underneath your legs and release them. So your hands go into the straps. If you need garden pads or cushions for your inner thighs for this one, this would be the time to grab them. I've grabbed them for Kelly. So she's going to hug her knees around the edges of the box, and that's why she's putting the pads there to help it be less painful. Hands in the straps, palms up. Legs are squeezing the box with feet flexed. As you reach your arms forward and point your toes, try to lift up into the shape of a U facing where the wall meets the ceiling, scooping and lifting. Be careful how low your legs go. They should stay forward of your body, and make sure that you're very cautious about how high you lift. Work on the lifting up more than the leaning forward for this exercise. You need to squeeze the inner thighs along the box tightly, and that will help stabilize you, but it's also very uncomfortable. As you can see, we've been doing 2 repetitions of everything, but Kelly wanted to continue to practice this one for her eventual test out. If you have a ladder barrel, that's a great place to practice this exercise. Hang up the straps, come off the machine and remove your box. Also place your foot bar in low bar position, and your headrest should still be up. You'll need to be on either 2 red springs or 1 red and 1 blue spring for the long stretch series. Make sure your carriage stays into the bumper as you come into plank position, feet on the headrest or in front of the headrest, not the shoulder pads. Spine is long and straight, hands wide on the foot bar. Inhale, press back with the arms. Exhale, pull your chest forward over the foot bar. Inhale, press back. Exhale, return. Softly lower your knees for down stretch. Your pelvis is forward and down towards the well. Inhale away. Exhale, lift your heart to where the wall meets the ceiling. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Lift your hips up, straightening your legs. Tippy toe position against the shoulder pads for up stretch. Press back through your legs into a plank position, then ride the springs in until your chest is over the bar and the springs close fully, and then lift your hips back up and over your heels again. So it's like you're circling your hips. Shifting your weight back, then press your legs out, ride the springs in a plank position, and then shift your hips back over your heels. Up-down combo stretch. Press out. Softly lower your knees as you ride the carriage in, lifting your heart to the ceiling in down stretch position. Push out into long stretch plank and then fold in half into up stretch. Press the legs out into plank. Softly lower your knees, lift your heart to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, push back and away with your arms and legs. Lift those knees off the mat and fold in half into up stretch position. Flatten your feet for elephant. Round your back, let your head hang, looking towards your thighs. Press your legs out and in just 2 times, keeping the toes lifted, heels down. Scoop those abs to draw the carriage in each time. Do this again in releve, heels lifted. Press out, pull in. One more. For a more advanced elephant, stand on top of your shoulder pads. Shift your weight back over your heels and then move that carriage out and in a couple of times. Carriage all the way in, step onto the mat and then reach down and give yourself a stretch. Arabesque. Walk your flat feet back in line with your shoulder pads. Lift your right leg in the air behind you, keeping your hips shifted over your heels. Move the carriage out and in a couple of times with the left leg, keeping that right leg lifted high but hips level with the floor. And then lower the right foot down and switch legs. Press out, pull in, inhale, exhale. Have a seat on your foot bar for slide, also called long stretch back. So sitting on the foot bar, hands on the bar, walk your feet out towards the shoulder pads, taking your hips off the bar. Dip your hips down towards the springs, scoop your tail and peel the pelvis up, pushing the carriage out, and then draw back in. Push out through those feet and then draw in. Now we reverse. Press out, drop the hips down, pull in, and tricep press up. Out, down, in, and up. Have a seat on the bar. We're going into tendon stretch. Feet in Pilates V on the edge of your mat, either on the toes or the cup of the heels. Holding onto the bar, come to a standing position, looking down at your legs. Legs are nice and straight. Press the carriage out, lowering the hips and lifting up. Inhale away, exhale, lift up. Maybe one more, and then you have a seat on the bar. Grab a sticky pad if needed for stomach massage. Have a seat on the carriage close to the springs, feet in Pilates V on your low bar. Hands will hold the front edge of your mat, face looks down towards your pubic bone. Press out, drop the heels, lift the heels, bend and come in. Press away, drop the heels, lift the heels, bend and come in. This time, place your hands on the shoulder pads, arms reaching behind you, fingertips face away from you. Sit tall. Same pattern. Inhale, lengthen the legs, drop and lift the heels. Exhale, bend in. One more time, out, down and up, bend in. Reach your arms out in front of you. Pretend your fingertips are against a wall. This time you'll press out and in without dropping the heels. Scoop the belly, lift tall, and press the legs out as though, again, you're trying to keep your hands against an imaginary wall in front of you. Now twist to the right as you press your legs to straight, growing tall, opening that arm to the back of the room. Exhale, return. Twist to the left and return. One more to each side. For single leg, lengthen your right leg out over the foot bar. Your hands can be held up, or you could hold the front edge of your mat. Press out, bend your right knee slightly and lower it, extend it underneath the bar when you come in. Push away. This time your leg will go over the bar when you bend and come in. So you're reaching the leg under the bar and over the bar. And when it comes back over the bar, switch legs. Extend your left leg over top of that bar, toe pointed. Press out, bend the knee, and extend it under. Press out, bend the knee, extend it over. One more in each direction. Take your feet down, remove that sticky pad out from underneath you. Lower your foot bar and your headrest for short spine. Once you've lowered those pieces, you're going to lie supine, place your feet in the short straps. Start in frog, press your legs to straight, make them parallel, push and peel your legs up and overhead, lifting the hips, bend the knees into a diamond shape, and slowly roll the body down bone by bone. Again, press out, fold in half, lifting the hips up and feet overhead, bend the knees into a diamond shape, and roll the body down. Remove your feet from the straps and hang those straps up. Come to a seated position to raise your foot bar back up to low bar position and headrest up again for semicircle. Lie back down, feet in Pilates V on the toes on the foot bar. Hands go onto the shoulder pads and you shimmy yourself down off the mat so that your hips are hanging towards the springs. Start with your knees bent deeply. Lower your hips towards the springs. Press your legs to straight. Lift the hips up into the air. Keep them elevated as you bend and come home. Then again, roll the hips down towards the springs. Ride the legs out to straight. Lift the hips up and pull in. And then we'll reverse it. Keep your hips high. Press your legs to straight. Lower your hips and ride the springs in. Your glutes might even hit those springs as you bend in. Peel up, press out, lower the hips, bend and come in. Slide yourself onto your mat. Hug your knees in and rock side to stretch. Lower to no bar and change to one red spring for kneeling chest expansion. You'll kneel on the mat facing your shoulder pads. Toes can be hooked over the back edge of your mat. Hands in the long straps. Standing tall on your knees, press your arms back behind you. Inhale. Turn your head to the right, left, and center. Then exhale the arms forward. And again, pull back, turn left, right, center, and return forward. Next, pull the arms back, sit on your heels without moving the carriage. Turn your head to the right, to the left, to the center. Stand up on those knees without moving the carriage, and then release the arms in front of you. And again, arms press back, sit without moving the carriage, turn left, right, and center, rise up, and reach the arms forward. Walk the knees forward to the shoulder pads, hold on higher onto the ropes. You may need more spring tension for this, it's thigh stretch. Otherwise, holding on to the ropes, you're going to hinge backwards with a straight spine, keeping your head, shoulders, hips, and knees in line, and then lifting forward. Again, hinge back and use those quad muscles to pick you up. Do it again, but we'll add extension, so hinge back. Once you're in position, arch backwards, close the chest, and lift back up. Hinge back, inhale, open up the chest into extension, tip your chin forward, and then lift yourself tall. Hang up the straps, be on one red or one blue spring for the kneeling arm series. You'll kneel to face the long edge of the reformer. Your leg will be right up against the shoulder pads. Holding on to the long strap that's closest to the way you're facing, you're going to put it in your outside hand. So the hand that's closer to the springs, further away from the shoulder pads. So for Kelly, her right leg is up against the shoulder pads, so her left hand will be holding onto the long strap for the sword. Extend the arm out to the side 2 times, leading with the elbow. Remain looking straight forward. Then place the strap in your right hand for punching up to the ceiling, long fingertips, inhaling up and exhaling down. Place the strap in your other hand again for triceps. Right hand will go down to the shoulder pad. Left hand is by your forehead. Press that arm to straight. Make sure your eyes are looking down at your right hand or at the shoulder pad. Extend and bend the arm 2 times. Then you'll place the strap in both hands, arms out in front of your chest for serape twist. Growing tall, rotate to the right and left. Hang up the strap, turn around to face the other direction for the sword. Reach the arm out and in 2 times with your right hand holding the long strap, leading with the elbow. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to bend. Then place the strap in your other hand, punching up to the sky 2 times. Place it in your right hand again for the triceps press. Left hand is on the shoulder pad, looking down at it. Press that arm away from you. And then rise up, putting both hands in the strap for serape twist, 2 times to the right. Hang up the strap, step off the machine for snake. So you'll want the foot bar in low bar position if you plan to stand on the foot bar. Otherwise, you can keep it in no bar position if you plan to stand on the wood. 1 red spring or 1 red and 1 yellow spring, which is what Kelly will be using here on this balance body machine. Hands on the far side of your mat, right foot on the foot bar, push out and get your left foot on top of your right. Lower the hips as you press away. Inhale, exhale, fold and lift the hips up. 1 more, and then come down and off the machine, and we'll do this on the other side. Hands across the mat, left foot on the foot bar, right foot goes on top of left, snake out 2 times. Place all springs on, lower your foot bar and headrest, and then lie supine for the corkscrew. Hold on to the pegs of the shoulder pads, legs on top of the foot bar. Extend those legs straight up and overhead, rolling your hips up and over. Then you're going to circle your legs down to the right, lowering your spine, circle them around to the left and up the spine, and then down to the left, circling the legs around and up in a teardrop shape until they're overhead again. One more, down, around, and up to the left. When the legs are centered, slowly roll the body down, bone by bone. Place your long box on the carriage again. Leave all springs on for rocking. Lie prone facing your foot bar, grab your ankles into your hands, and bow up into a rocking position or swan position. Inhaling as you press your feet into your hands to help you lift the chest. Exhaling to rock forward, trying not to cock your head forward and back. Lengthen your arms and legs for swimming, kicking those arms and legs and alternating them, inhaling and exhaling. Press back into a child's pose when you finish. Remove the box, be on one red spring and low bar for Eve's lunge. Stand next to the machine with your hands on the foot bar, left foot on the floor close to the front of the machine, right foot against the shoulder pad. With your knee down gently on the mat, press back as you bend your standing leg, opening up your heart. Inhale. Exhale, tip your chin, look down, and pull the carriage home. Inhale, press away, and exhale to return. Turn to face your machine for standing side split. Bend forward, hands can be on the mat, the frame, or the foot bar, and press away and stretch those inner thighs. Walk around to the other side of the machine for Eve's lunge. Right foot on the floor near the foot bar, left foot against the shoulder pad. Round your spine as you press the leg back. Open up the heart, inhale. As you pull in, look down towards the floor. Now for your inner thigh stretch, turn to face your machine, press away, lean forward, and stretch. Thanks for joining us for this advanced workout. See you next week.